Guys, Candles here. We'll be playing a little bit of Skylanders Ring of Heroes. Just got through the first battle, and then kind of want to show you guys, show myself too, in this new tutorial. I've not played this yet, didn't get to play on the beta. I'm actually just playing this right now because I'm in Canada. Alright, so this is Hugo. We just defeated Chaos. Defeated a couple of waves of dudes to get to Chaos. He ran off. We didn't actually beat him. We used a bunch of super leveled up stuff. To do that, it was basically just random button mashing. I didn't have time to really look at any of the skills. But you guys can read all this stuff as you go through. I'm just going to kind of try to speed this up so it's not a super long video. Okay, so we're getting Hot Dog and Blade here. I've watched a little bit of other people on YouTube that have gotten to play this a little bit ahead of time, that played like maybe on the beta, maybe a little bit in the other countries like here in Canada before it was released, or globally, which it will be on February 27th, 2019. This is February 21st that I'm actually recording this. So here, this is a skill button, tap to unleash skill. Keep an eye on the cooldown time and mana. You cannot use a skill during the cooldown. Okay, so basically how this is going to work is you have the little mana bar at the bottom. If you played like Hearthstone, you understand the mana gauge and everything. You can only use what you have and everything, or most other video games. But I don't know why it makes me think of Hearthstone. This fills up about one and a half every second. I don't know if it goes up as your Portal Master level does, but that's your character level yourself. But it goes up if you destroy an enemy, then I think it goes up 2 every time. I don't know if it's consistently always 2, but it does go up. So as you can see down in the bottom left, Hot Dog, you can see his little face, and then he has 2 abilities. So the bottom left one, that 2, that's how many mana cost is, and then the second one is 4. Same thing for Blade, 2, and then 5. Okay, then once you use one, then it will go over here into the bottom left, and I'm basically just going to be pushing these buttons and filling up my meter so everybody can keep getting turns. But it goes over there into the bottom left-hand corner like you saw, and that's the Q. So you can only have one person attacking at a time, unlike Summoner's War, where it's one person goes and then whoever the next fastest is will go. This is you picking out all of the order and everything for who goes and when according to your mana cost. So that's kind of cool. So like I said, we're just going to be skipping through most of this stuff. I'm actually not playing on what will be my main account. This is just going to be a mess around account before the official global launch, and then I'll be playing with my actual account. This is just so I can get hands-on and I can try to let the community know a little bit about everything. So just wanting us to continue going through the scenario here. It's the same as in Summoner's War, because I'm going to be saying that a lot because Come2Us made Summoner's War, and then okay, so Come2Us made Summoner's War. They also made this game. Summoner's War is probably their biggest noteworthy game. This is very similar to it in many ways, and very different in a lot of ways as well. So this also has something called endurance. So I'm not 100% what the bottom bar is, but I do know that endurance, that is the number directly next to their name. And it says when endurance reaches 0, enemies are knocked down. Knocked down enemies cannot attack. So that's kind of like a stun or a sleep, but I don't think you can be woken up out of it. Now it's time to land an attack on this guy. So what we're going to do, okay, so if you click on them, then you can focus them, which is nice. I do know that if you use an attack on a monster that's about to pass away, die, get knocked down or whatever, then if their energy or if your mana has already been used on an attack for that person, then okay, so you can change it in mid too. Sorry, I'm trying to learn all this too. But if you use one, like let's say that I was to use one for Hot Dog, which is our little fire boy, and then he was to get knocked out before he could use that, You do not get the mana back, but the attack is obviously canceled because he's not there to make that attack himself. So that's something to keep in mind. So if somebody's really low on health, don't use an attack with them if you are pretty sure that they're going to get knocked out anyway. Just something to think about. Also for 1, 2, and 3 stars. So see up here where it says clear 3-star boot camp or whatever. That means that each one of the stars has a specific parameter that you have to meet to be able to get the next star up. So it might be things like nobody dies, a certain amount of time, you killed somebody first. I'm not 100% on everything. Like I said, this is my first time playing through, but I have seen some other people, so trying to give you guys a little bit of information. Alright, so we're going to go to next, if it wants to load. So now we're going to be selecting our Portal Master. I do know that when it's being released in Global that we will be able to customize a lot more, or we're going to be able to customize some. Maybe this is as much as we can get. So we're just going to go with like a basic build. Obviously, red hair, got to go there. That's just hair. So then eyes, we'll stick with the teal, I guess, and then color skin tone, super pale, so I'm going to be super pale. Here we're going to go with that way I can save my original candles for myself. Oh, I might accidentally hit space. Oops. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I went through. It was just a little laggy. I'm playing this on my PC actually, so because I don't want to use anything on my phone for it right now until the global launch, and that's also why I'm playing on a separate account, so that way, just in case something goes wrong, it doesn't matter, because it's on my PC, it's on a completely different account, I'm not attaching it to anything like my Facebook or anything, so this way it's a lot easier. So this is going to be start your adventure with Stealth Elf. You'll start with Stealth Elf Soul Stones. You'll receive Stealth Elf Soul Stones as you progress. So Stealth Elf is one of the beginner monsters that you get very easily, and also because you can power her up so quickly and she hits like a beast, she is one of the first ones you should probably be building from what I've gathered. So we're going to go ahead and summon her. So right now she's stoned. Part 1 quest is now complete because there she goes. Stealth Elf is here. So there we go. So that scene that screen that you were just at, I know I'm going really quickly and I'm not explaining a lot. So those were basically your progression or your achievement / challenges. Your challenges for Summoner's War, for those of you who played that. So it's things that will help guide you, so that way you can progress a lot easier without needing to have a tutorial the entire time. Things to build on, but not necessarily things you have to do. Very suggested that you do them though. So here, okay, so right here, as you can see, so there are 7. So the rune system is the same thing as on Summoner's War. So the 1, 3, and 5 are all flat, so it's attack, defense, and HP. I'll go more into this later. And then the 2, 4, 6 can all be percentage. And it's a little bit different here than it was in Summoner's War, where flat can actually be a lot better than your percentage, which really threw me for a loop, but I did the math on it and it also makes sense. But the 1 through 6 stages on these scenarios or on these PvE, player versus environment sections, those are going to be correspondent with your runes. So the 1 slot, which is directly up, that will be or to farm for just that one, you would just do forest entrance. If the one that you wanted, if the type of rune that you wanted would be energy, which will increase your HP. So if you wanted to do that, then this is where you would farm. And same thing all the way down through 6. 1 is 1, 2 is 2, so and so on, except for to 7. So 7, as you can see, it shows Stealth Elf in the top right, and it says 9 hours, 22 minutes, and 50 some odd seconds. So when that goes down, that means that I can get more pieces for Stealth Elf, and then that way, that's how you would upgrade and evolve. And then, so that's going to be on 7. I'm not for sure if after that, if you can continue doing it and get more runes or anything. I'll get back to you on that. But I do know that that's like once a day you're allowed to get those pieces, and then so every day you're going to want to make sure that you come in and you're actually doing those things. But that's it for right now. I'll get back with you guys after I've learned a little bit more, progressed a little bit, and we'll have some fun. I might even do a playthrough and then do different things throughout. All right, you guys, have a good time. See you guys later.